Hello folks, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII-2. I am Fuzzfinger, and today we are returning to a dying world 700 AF to tie up some loose ends.
Frozen in crystal, Noel's soul is living at the end of days. Sarah wanders through a world of his memories. She learns that Noel wanted only to protect Yule at the side of his friend and mentor, Caius. But he loses everything when Caius abandons them and Yule dies. The goddess opens a door to Valhalla, and Noel is about to go through it when Sarah finally manages to reach through to him. Together, they wake from the dream and begin to search for a way out of their prison.
So then, if you want a brief summary of our visit today, it is going to be this. We are going to collect the remaining 3 artifacts for this area. We are going to unlock another gate to our final optional area, which is Brescia Ruins 100 AF. And we're going to take the wild artifacts from here, which will allow us to do so. And that's the last wild artifact we'll need. And the final thing we'll be doing here is exploring the entire map for the 100% that we need for the side quest in Academia. So that's what we're going to be doing. Also, if you're into farming, then this is a great place to be farming for potent orbs, since the little Zwerg, well, them actually, that's just spawned there, they're a very good source of potent orbs, which is great for levelling up your monsters through their level 3 expansion. So your first treasure chest, I'm going to go for all the treasure chests in this area, is just in the north over here from your starting position. So there's another one of those groups of mobs. You get about 4 to 8 potent orbs from a single battle, so they're very lucrative. Now throw Mog to that square treasure chest up there, which will give you our first, or second really, but our first this time, fragment. But our second for the area in total. That's the Amiga brand. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be levelling up through the Crystarium as well for our next expansion. And for that, you're going to need about 36,000 CP. So make sure you do collect that if you're keeping up with my Crystarium expansions. Anyway, go all the way south down to this bridge and use Mog to access it. There's a couple of bridges like that around this area. You may want to use a chocobo, since it is a big area and there's a lot of running to do. Anyway, there's another chest here which we can get with our advanced Moogle hunt, which we found in New Bodom in the last video. And there's our second fragment. Don't jump on the chocobo just yet, because there is another chest over here. It's right on the other end of this wreckage. I'm just going to run away from that flan. And again, use Mog to reveal it for you. And that's a weapon for Noel, I think. Yep, it's for Noel, not for Sarah. But it's not an upgrade for me, so I'm not going to be using it. And there's another chest just over in this crevice over here. You don't need to use Mog for this one. 8 mana boosters, very nice. Great for levelling up your Cloudburst if you're still using that as a Ravager. Oh, and a Metal Cactus. These are great for an extra 1000 CP. And that lucrative chance at the Hermes Sandals. So I always try and kill these if I can. And at this stage you can pretty much finish them off in Relentless Assault. Unless you're a little bit underpowered compared to where I'm at, then you might want to follow the tactics which I gave in an earlier video to prevent them from running off. So I think now, since we've got a lot of running to do, I am just going to head back to the chocobo. I don't know why I'm going that way, that's the wrong way. So yes, I'm going to head back to that chocobo we saw and use it to keep on moving forward. Now just remember, these coloured chocobos, they do consume Garshore greens at a rate even when you're riding them. Although by this stage in the game, if you've got the same amount of fragments that I've got, they don't consume them as quickly because it is based on how many fragments you've got. And since I've got over 120, I think I have about 25 seconds between each Garshore Green, which is quite nice. Also bear in mind that when you dismount this Chocobo, it does run off and it's very hard to catch again. The gate for Brescia Ruins 100 AF, which is unlocked with a wild artifact, is over here. I don't know why I ran to it at this point, since we don't have that wild artifact yet. I think that was just a lapse in concentration. Okay, so like I said, we can't use this gate just yet.
Nothing's happening.
I guess we don't have the right artifact yet.
Now, there is a treasure chest around here somewhere. That's another Chocobo, by the way. It's not the one that we escaped from, or that we jumped off from, since that has escaped. Now, where's that treasure chest? I know it's around here. Oh, there it is, it's in the tree. I knew there was one around here somewhere. And, okay, Mog's just bounced off the branch, so let's get him back and try from the other angle. Just wait till he's back though, else you'll end up in guaranteed combat, pretty much. Just trying to find the best angle to get that chest. That should be fine. Nine power boosters. Okay, so we want to carry on just exploring this bit of map and also heading to the east for our next fragment and for the wild artifact which unlocks this gate. I probably should have stocked up on some more Garshore Greens before visiting this zone, since I don't think you can buy them from Chocolina here. Okay, so I'm just looking where I need to explore. So anyway, after this video we're obviously going to be going to the Brescia Ruins, and then we're going to tie up some loose ends in some of the older areas which we haven't yet finished collecting all the fragments for, and then finally we're going to move on to Academia 500 AF. And after that we'll probably be going back to some areas that we can only complete after Academia 500 AF, such as handing in the side quests for exploring all the areas in Academia 400, and then after that we'll be looking to go for the final bosses. And even then that won't be the very end, since once we've completed the game there's some extra fragments we can collect, which we can only collect once we've killed the last boss. So we're definitely working towards our 160 fragments. I think we're close to 130 now, so we are well on the way, aren't we? I mean, technically we could right this moment go to Academia 500 and then go to the last boss, but I am doing a 100% playthrough, so I want to try and get as much done as we can first. Head over here to the east and use Mog to reveal this second bridge. Is that the Chocobo that just ran away from us? Yes, like I say, you're not really going to catch them up again, so don't even bother trying. I mean, I suppose you can get them cornered, but you're probably going to enter so many battles trying to do so that it's just not worth it. So anyway, we're going to continue on our arduous trek, exploring these areas and looting more chests. Like I said earlier, there is a lot of running here. And in fact, there's a very nice chest just coming up. Run away from them. A very nice chest coming up, which doesn't contain a fragment, but what it does contain is a golden Chocobo. It's the only place in the game where you can collect the golden Chocobo, and it's the only one you can have, so I wouldn't advise infusing it into another monster since it's gone for good. And it is in fact a very good commando. A good commando that's not too expensive to level, since unlike a lot of the other chocobos, it only has 45 levels. It's just over here in this western part of this area. There it is. The Golden Chocobo. And you probably can already level it through its first expansion, since it requires the potent orbs. Or you may want to wait until you've got a load of power orbs to increase its strength more, but potent's like the all-rounder for levelling. And then up into this cranny over here for another chest. Now for some reason I didn't actually loot that chest. I think I just forgot about it after the battle. There was no reason for that apart from my own stupidity, so you'll definitely want to get it. Anyhow, you can start heading east again. Run away, run away. There is a treasure chest somewhere around here in the middle of the map. I might have already taken it actually. Yes, it's showing up on the map, so I must have taken that on our previous visit, so you may as well have done as well. In fact, I think... I'm trying to think if that was... No. So I was thinking that that was the actual map that we looted, but that was further down on the east, so ignore that. I seem to have explored most of this area now. So now I'm just going to start heading down to the southeast, towards the next area, which is like the villagey area. And we're heading back. Our main goal is to head towards the Oracle Drive, which we was at earlier, since that's where we want to collect our wild artifacts. There is another chocobo as well as we enter the next area if you want to use it. I think I need to save my Glacial Green since I haven't got many for the trek back up to the gate later. Oh, this area does get a little bit tedious, doesn't it? Because it's just so big. There's the chocobo anyway, if you want to take that. I mean, you may want to. This area, there is more running involved than you'd think there would be by looking at the map. It is quite a large area. And there are a few more chests to collect. If you go up these steps just here, you should find a chest. And maybe an enemy encounter, if you're lucky like me. Whoop-de-doo-dah. So there's the chest that you want. A pain dampener. Try and run away from them. I mean, again, as long as you've got around 36,000 CP, which is what you'll need for the next Crystarium expansion, you can escape from most of the enemy groups that spawn, unless it's those ones that drop the potent orbs and you've got monsters you want to level up with. So, just checking how many more fragments we're missing. Just the one. Okay, and that one's actually really quite close, so... I don't think there's any more chests around this little area, but the fragment we need is just over here, and you need to, in order to get this fragment, it's quite hidden, you need to get Mog and throw him down this well.
Go, Mog.
And just like that, and that's our final fragments. That's all 4 fragments collected now for this area. So all that remains is to fully explore the rest of the map to get 100% exploration and collect our wild artifact. along with a couple of extra treasures so that we can unlock Brescia Ruins. And here is our next treasure. So we'll just go and get that now. I do apologise, by the way, that the majority of this video is just me waffling on, but unfortunately, since it's basically just running around collecting things, there's no real story or that to be focused upon. Let's try that throw again. Thank you, Mog. Phoenix Down. I think Phoenix Downs have been in Final Fantasy since like the very beginning. I don't actually remember a Final Fantasy game that doesn't have them. Although I've said that now, people will probably be saying such and such didn't have Phoenix Downs. Maybe Final Fantasy 9 or 10. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played those games. Trying to get my bearings here. Because I know there's a chest. I'm just trying to find out how to reach it. Okay, yes, we can actually go. There's some stairs here, some steps. So we can go up them and collect that chest. A white cape. Run away again. I've got no interest in killing the CF. And stay to the northeast path and keep going straight up. There's another treasure chest over here, which you can just go around this wall to collect. And that's an important one, actually. That's a gate seal for Academia 4XXAF. And we will need that because there is a paradox ending, which we will need to collect all the fragments in the game. So yes, definitely get that gate seal if you want to go for 100% completion. Anyway, there's the Oracle Drive up ahead, but before we go to that, we're just going to go back on ourselves to the right here. Not for the Chocobo, but for a treasure chest, which is hidden just behind this wall over here. 8 power essences, very nice. So that'll definitely be good for your golden chocobo that you recently collected. Since commandos obviously like their strength, and that's what power essences are good for. Looks like it still needs a few more essences though to get to the next expansion. I'm guessing level 30 will do it. And now we can head over to the Oracle Drive for a very small cutscene, and then the ability to collect our final and 10th wild artifact. So interact with it when you're ready. Actually, you need to use Mark, I beg your pardon, to before you can interact with it.
Do you hear that? Music? No, it's someone talking.
Wait. It sounds kind of familiar. It's the people from my village.
must be difficult to hear them.
They're testing me. I can't have any doubts if I'm going to kill Caius.
Is it something that you have to do?
Caius, he's protected by the power of chaos. To overcome that power, he must be defeated by another guardian like me. So yeah.
The only person left who can stop him is you.
Pretty much. I'm afraid there's no other way around it.
And there is our wild artifact. There is no more wild artifacts to collect. So now I'm just going to hop on this chocobo. I think we've collected all the treasures in this zone. And I now have 4 Garshore Greens to get me all the way back to that gate which we saw earlier. Which I hope will be enough, since I don't particularly want to carry on running on foot. So just make sure you use your map so that you can get your bearings. You don't want to be wasting Garshore Greens if you are using the chocobo. Or running unnecessarily if you're not. I don't know what's going on with this music, to be honest. But I hope we can get to our destination quickly before I get a headache. So we're just heading all the way over to the west, up to the narrow bridge which we revealed with Mog earlier on. And I've now got 2 Garshore Greens left to get me all the way there. It's tense, isn't it? Will he run out of Garshore Greens or will he not? Bum 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 bum. Chocolina doesn't sell any here, so there's no point in me stopping to ask her. And now I have 1 left. And the gate is in sight. It would be nice if I could actually dismount and still save that last Garshore Green in case I need to use a chocobo again in the near future. So I'm just going to try and get as much out of it as I can, and I'm going to dismount before it goes. Ah, well that's typical, isn't it? Okay, so now you can use your last wild artifact to unlock the final optional area in the game. And that's the Brescia Ruins 100 AF. So before we finish this video, I said earlier we're going to spend our Crystarium points, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So if you don't have 36,000 points, you might want to go and farm for those now if you're trying to keep up with our expansions. And as per usual, I think we're going to start with Sarah's Crystarium. And I'm going to put a single point into the Ravager roll, so just taking that to 98. Then we're going to level her Sentinel roll up to 76. There we go. And then we're going to level her, not her Saboteur roll, that's maxed, her Synergist roll to 51. And that will be enough then to learn her next expansion. There we go. And for Sarah, we're going to give her the Senetal bonus boost number 2. Yes, we would like to learn that. And let's move on to Noel. And we're going to put 1 single point into his Commando roll. And then I'm going to put 13 points into his Sentinel roll, levelling that to 63. And finally then, for Noel, we're going to put 16 points into the Saboteur roll, taking that up to level 70. And I don't think we get much choice with what we want to select for Noel as his roll bonus. But it's a Sentinel bonus boost, that's it, yeah, so we'll take that. And we're going to need over 50,000 CP for our next expansion, so make sure you start saving. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. We're going to be going to Brescia Ruins 100 AF in the next video. I've been Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time.